If you're a live music fan always on the lookout for the next big sound, CapZeyeZ is your new monthly Thursday night plan. One Thursday a month, CapZeyeZ brings you live original music performances from the coolest unsigned bands, right from the awesome stage at Kick Butt Coffee. From heart-thumping rock to weird indie stuff, Kick Butt Coffee is the home for new and established acts taking the music scene by storm. Tune in, turn up, and turn on the unheard beats of Austin's most promising talents. CapZeyeZ, your front row ticket to music's best-kept secrets. Music is the only truth. Seen weekly on Mondays at 7 p.m. on Austin's public access channel 10.
Hey y'all, welcome to CapZeyeZ. We are on location today at the beautiful Radio East down on Montopolis. Check them out if you haven't already. And I'm here with my good friends Heath and Chris from White Label Analog in the house. We were lucky enough to catch up with them at Kick Butt for the new CapZeyeZ Sessions series, and we're going to be laying down some of that music for you today. We're also going to chat with the guys, so y'all stick around and check out the show. Send us some feedback if you want. You can get anything you need from us at davetv.org, and these guys are all on social media. We'll get to that soon, but let's crank it up with some White Label Analog to kick things off. Thank you. Hey, y'all, you're watching CapZeyeZ. I'm Dave, producer and editor and slave and all the things you could put the blank in. Exactly. We are looking at footage shot at Kick Butt today from White Label Analog, and they played the house for us. We had a very loud representation from the Dickersons that night. And Mr. John Moore on camera is with me, so I want to send a big thanks out to them, as well as Thomas, Daniel, Alyssa, and the whole Kick Butt crowd. They were great. But today, my good friend Chris and Heath in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me out here in this sweltering, balmy, beach-like weather.
It's a little warm.
Yeah.
Feels a little Florida out here.
It's kicking off the summer. It's pretty normal in Texas.
So I've known both of you guys for a few years.
Yeah, a little bit of time. Yeah.
And seen you playing lots of projects. Let's give folks at home, we're going to be talking about today, but let's back them up a little bit, and we'll start with Chris about as far as you're comfortable going back with some of our
I don't know how comfortable I am. It goes back a long way.
Maybe a backroom story that didn't make the movie.
Yeah, man, gosh, I don't know. I mean, I've known you probably like right around the time I first started playing at the back room, and you were doing the ACTV stuff, and I think my mom was doing it at the same time, and I was in there, and I remember running into you, and you're just like the nicest guy, and I think I did one of the shows, and we hit it off, and here we are. I don't want to say how many decades later, but here we are still doing it.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. Heath, same for you. Take us back a little bit, man.
Well, geez, I'm trying to remember. I guess probably multiple bands as well. So a lot of different bands that I've been in here in Austin, and then also doing some club ownership and stuff in the past as well. So we've been circling each other's worlds for quite a few years as well, and obviously had some good fortune to have you at a couple of my venues to come and do lots of live footage and everything, and shoot some other bands of mine. So happy to be able to continue that moving forward with this band, and doing the thing for you at Kick Butt Coffee was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. It was a pleasure to have you out, and people who know what's going on with the scene, still making music, warms my heart, man. It's absolutely what it's about.
making some progress and learning life lessons. How many times would you like me to see you lost in your eyes and I'm feeling the feeling? Know this force love, oh, I got to anymore. There's no better time to be in
Some of the things you're doing today, if not all, in this band are, how do I say, new territory for both of you musically, would you say?
Pretty much. I mean, I think, Heath and I, of course, we've been buddies. Our bands, like, did shows together and stuff back in the day when he played in Soak and I was in 50 Mission Crush. And I think that's pretty much when we met.
Yeah.
We were both drummers at the time. And, started out as a drummer for a really long time. And then we always, we're buddies. And even when I decided, hey, I think I want to try this singing thing, Heath was immediately the first guy I thought of, and we had talked about it, and it took a little while to get things going, but we put a band together, and we've been doing white label analog for almost 10 years now.
And we were listening to a lot of stuff that was a lot different as well. Obviously, my musical taste has changed a ton throughout my life. I've always kind of genre hopped and whatnot, and I appreciate a lot of different styles. So I was just looking to try and do something that was a little bit more pop-driven, a little bit more commercially accessible, just something that was a little funner and a little more slower pace, had some more groove, and wasn't just all about aggression, something that was kind of just fun and vibey.
How did you get with the other people who are not with us today in the band? Tell us a little bit about the people in your band.
So we over the years, and we started off with different members that were the founding members with us. We kind of had some creative differences and parted ways amicably, but after, Aaron and James were no longer in the band, we wanted to find guys that, we gel with and kind of have the same vision where we wanted to go musically. And so we kind of went through a little bit of a carousel of members for a while.
Probably like 5 keyboard players, like 4 or 5 guitarists, 4 or 5 bass players.
Yeah,
so
it was,
we've kind of every couple years had to kind of reboot and have everybody relearn everything and whatnot. It's kind of definitely put a dampen on things, and then COVID as well obviously slowed things down.
Right.
But Chris Borland, our guitarist, joined us about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was a Craigslist ad
yeah.
that we auditioned him from a Craigslist ad, and then Jordan used to be our merch guy.
Yeah.
So that's how I met him. Basically in an ad on Craigslist for a merch guy. I was like, hey, I'm gonna remember this guy. I looked him up, hit him up. He did, several shows for us.
Yeah.
Super cool guy. We hit it off real well, and then when we lost our bassist, I was like, he said, hey, I saw you guys had an ad in Craigslist. He's like, is this y'all? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, I play a little bass, and of course, I'm like, are you interested in maybe auditioning? And he said, yeah, maybe. And so we kept talking, and I sent him some songs to learn. He came to an audition and just crushed it. And so, and Chris was pretty much the same way, but they came in very well prepared. They both
shined out of all the other people that we were auditioning for sure.
They came in well prepared.
This one's called Curves. You got a video too.
do these songs come to life?
It's been different throughout time. So I mean, in the beginnings, with the original lineup, it was kind of one way, and then it's just sort of articulated and manifested itself in a variety of ways. So there's really not any set formation that we adhere to, but it's always definitely been more of a democracy. So somebody will bring a song idea or even a full song to a degree. Chris might do the lyrics, somebody else might write the lyrics, Chris might do the melody, somebody else might. Chris might come up with all the keyboard lines, or vice versa. So it's dominantly, it's easy to say a lot of it's been Chris and I, just because we're the ones that have been doing it for so long. But definitely in the early part, James was a big contributor, writer, the original guitarist, wrote some of the melodies as well. And then the current guys, we're just now kind of getting them into the fold a little bit more. But since we've changed with so many different players, each of them got an opportunity to kind of put a little bit of their flair into it, but we never really wrote very much with them. So we're finally starting to kind of write with these new guys now.
Yeah, we're just kind of peeling back that onion.
The band has been playing around Texas, and I see you're going to Chicago soon. And so tell me about hitting the road and what's your goals?
Well, so with these newer-ish guys in the band, we haven't been on the road other than San Antonio or
it's regional.
Yeah, it's like close places, and so we thought, hey, we didn't really have enough time to book a full tour this summer, but we thought, hey, it would be cool to go out and do some dates in the Midwest. Jordan is from Chicago, and so we know we'd have some friendly people there. We have some friends in Chicago, and then my old 50 Mission Crush buddies live in Indianapolis. So, it's 3 hours from Chicago. So we're like, hey, why not? We got a van. We bought a van last summer. Like, hey, why don't we go to the Midwest and play some dates and see some countryside and, kind of get the new guys their feet wet in what it would be like to do some tour dates.
How can people make money off music anymore? Is it on the road? Is it in merch? What's changed?
I don't know that it's on the road for an unsigned
band,
band that's not maybe a nationally recognized group. 50 Mission Crush did quite a bit of touring, both coasts, the Midwest. Soak did pretty extensively, toured. But, they had a label behind them. They had a major label behind them. So, obviously they had some resources, both promotionally and, to be able to pay for the tour. When you're kind of DIYing everything, every penny kind of counts. The price of gas fluctuates. I think it's the scenes are more and more fractured because there's more genres that are playing. Social media has kind of changed things a lot. Streaming has changed things a lot. So I think it's harder and harder to get people to come to shows.
We've been losing a lot of people in the music community, a lot of really great artists, and our hearts definitely go out to the families and everybody, all their friends. And I'm talking about Nathan, I'm talking about Kevin. It's just a little overwhelming. So thank you guys for being here. This next one's off of our first EP and our full length. It's called Turn to Dust. Where'd you come from? Where you going next? Alright, the material, watch it slowly fading. From the end of a cigarette, burning down, slow down. Now you gotta know it's all how. Heath McIntosh. Where'd you come from? Where you going next? We thought our life too inferior to procrastinating. Cause of a pacifier coming in. No, without a fight, act like you know how. No, it's not that way. Still think we'll all be rolling in it someday. A little more time, just until the sunrise. A little more time, just until the sun breaks down. I'll call back. A little more time, just until the sunrise. A little more time, just until the sun breaks down. No. Everything I touch will turn dust. 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 A little more time, just until the sunrise. Oh. Little more time, just until the sun breaks down. I'll call back. Little more time, just until the sunrise. Little more time, just until the sun beats down. Everything I touch will turn to dust. Little more time, little more time, All right. Thank you.
Most clubs these days don't really have booking agents anymore. There's not a person that's like, in charge of developing a scene and putting bills together and managing, artists and bands and trying to create stuff. It's like they're calendar managers. It's like, hey, I've got a date. This date's yours. Put a bill together. Let me know. I'll put a second hold on it for you, or this or that or whatever. And we've run into that even just trying to do this tour, to where I was having people, all right, yeah, we want to hit up Lexington, Kentucky, and because I had some friends that were there and thought it'd be a good spot to drop in on. They had some cool scene and whatnot for the most part, and it was like, oh yeah, sure, here, you can have this date. Let me know what show you put together. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I have some friends there, but you want me to book the show there? And that happened in Cincinnati as well. That happened in I think Springfield, and I think Kansas City or something like that.
And that takes so
but
much
it was just
more time.
multiple places where I was like, how do you expect bands to do this now, where they're just calendar managers and they don't do booking really anymore?
They call themselves talent buyers or
Yeah.
booking agents, and maybe they help curate the local acts for national shows. But if you're doing a local show, I mean, even like we're booking the lineups for Chicago, and it's so much more time. Like we do more booking now than we ever did in the past.
Yeah.
Like before, it was just about getting your band a gig at a venue, right? And now you're curating
An entire lineup.
entire lineup,
Yeah.
and it's the ROI on that is like in the tank. It's you're not making the money that based on the time that you invest. But if you want to play, that's kind of the game.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on.
To me, it would be intuitive for the guy at the club to go, these bands come in and do well with this kind of band. We're all going to make money if I put these bands with that band.
That's what
And
people
throw you
used to
that
do.
slot.
Yeah.
That's what people used to do. Even when Heath, was as a venue owner, that's what he did when he was a booking agent. And Mike Boudreau, when Truth was booking at Red Eyed Fly.
Mike Boudreau was one of the last of a dying breed who had such a calculated idea of how bands can do the best for themselves and worked it. And
So that shows our dedication. Obviously,
100%.
Or our insanity. One of the
stupidity, insanity, however you want to label it. Yeah.
I think it's the passion for the art. I think that's something common with the folks that we work with on CapZeyeZ and that I go out to see live.
For sure.
It's like, it's about the passion for the art. You've got to get out and play your music, just like I've got to go out and make this video, dude.
This song is off of our full-length LP, in case you just tuned in. It's called Rainmaker. Burning up the townsmen. She's a rainmaker diving off the deep end. She's a minefield waiting in disguise, poised just to ignite the right time. She's a godsend. She's a doctor that you get sick for. Knock me out all you want, but I don't need the cure. In our last session, I confess to my obsession, but she's looking in the middle and truly got my attention. Maybe you can tell me why you're a city smoking time. In my mind, your divine intervention, and I'm on my knees. If I could ask you one thing, all I'd say is please don't go so close, so far away. Can you find a way, find a way? So close, so far away. Can you find a way? She's a storm cloud mucking up your travel plane. She's a blind that you thought you drew in the sand. She's a string that's wrapped around. A little closer, dig a little deeper. All down base first, lady out the floor. I'm soaking, I'm swinging, I'm falling before. Now turn my head, I'm almost sure. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Mr. Chris Borland on guitar. So close, so far away. Can you find a way? Find a way. So close, so far away. Can you find a way? She's a hay fever burning up the townsmen. She's a rainmaker diving off the deep end. She's a lesson learned, a penny spends, a penny earned. Hamilton never burned out. I know just what a word. Fall down, face first, lady out on the floor. I'm smoking, I'm swimming, I'm falling before. I'm on my head, I'm almost sure. Oh, 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 oh.
So I did want to touch on, I kind of strayed from it, but with merch, you know, the minute you think you've got a grip on how to put a little change in your pocket, a little gas in the tank, then venues are like, our merch fee. You have to like start paying. Have you run into venues wanting money to sell your merch?
I've run into it in the past. I mean, obviously back in the day, there would be certain venues that you'd play and to where they had an automatic merch fee. It wasn't very recognizable unless you were a national touring band. Never was done to locals or smaller bands, and now that has become a thing. We haven't run into it yet.
We've been pretty fortunate.
We have not,
yeah.
But I hear about it and I know that it's there, but I think that we're small enough, little baby fishies out there, and they're not going to grind us on it yet. So
even on the, some of the road shows, some of the national shows that we play, like with the Unlikely Candidates, or when we did the Pop 2K, we did a couple of those tour stops. with like the guys from NSYNC and I don't know who else was, O-Town, LFO, and Ryan Cabrera. Even those kind of shows, they weren't charging us any merch fees, so that was really cool, you know.
Yeah.
So we were able to sell our merch alongside, you know, the guys NSYNC merch and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of surreal in some aspects, but yeah, really fortunate in that respect.
Awesome. So we're here with White Label Analog. If you're just tuning in, and they are a very strong force in the music scene around Texas, and we're playing them on CapZeyeZ. If you like what you see, where can people find White Label Analog? Online, in stores? Where's the best bet?
So I'd say the best bet is probably, if you just Google our name, you'll find us so easily. But we're on all the streaming platforms, the Spotify's, the Amazons, iTunes.
Probably just our link tree.
All that stuff. We have a link tree, but we have a website, whitelabelanalog.com. But you know, we're really easy to find. I mean, everybody uses Google to find stuff these days. You can find us there. We have a YouTube channel as well. We've got a lot of music videos.
Very creative music videos.
Thank you. Thank you. We've been fortunate to work with some talented guys like David Reyes and Steve Miller and
Chris Samaripas.
Yeah, Chris Samaripas.
Yes.
So it's been we've been fortunate.
We're gonna do this next one. This was in a David Reyes independent feature film called My Ranger, and I was featured in this movie, and it's called Where Have You Been?
So do either of you have any hidden talents when you juggle, or like I'm gonna put it on Heath first. What you got,
I
man?
can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
So one of Heath's, I'll just say this, one of Heath's, he's got kind of a hidden comedic. He's sort of, I don't know, like a little dark. Sometimes, he's a little more of the I don't know, a little dark humor, like the Bill Hicks version. But he'll say some of the most random stuff out of nowhere. I'm just like, and I'm like a very literal person, so sometimes he'll say something, and I'll be like, what? But then I realize he's joking. He does that to me all the time. He gets me all the time. God, I don't even know. If people that have seen White Label Analog also know that in my past, or may not know that in my past I was a drummer, and that I dedicated a really long time to being a rock drummer. I really don't know what else. Graphics, I do like graphic design.
Actually, yeah, he does a ton of good graphics, like a lot of the posters and the art and stuff that you see. We've both done videos for us as well. And then both kind of multi-instrumentalists. I mean, I've played guitar as long as I've played drums.
He's a much better guitarist than me. I suck at guitar. I've tried, but these monkey paws they don't work too good on a guitar. They're used to like me beat things.
And as far as any musicians out there in the garage, in the bedroom, any words of advice about taking that next step?
I would say really focus on honing the craft of songwriting. I think anybody can put together a song and think it's great and try and book gigs, but you're not always going to nail it the first time. Sometimes it takes work. Sometimes songs do come together fast, but I think if you do your due diligence and really learn from people that have been successful, learn from the songs that you really like. Pay attention to the arrangements. What tricks did they use in the arrangements? Because there's a lot of commonality in hit songs or pop songs or songs that are popular. There's a lot of things that they do that are fundamentally common. So I would say continue to hone the craft of songwriting, because you're never going to master it. But you'll always be a student of that. And then the other thing is networking is really big. Make friends. Don't be an asshole. Be nice to everybody. Even if they're an asshole, bite your tongue. Don't immediately respond. Hold your breath. Think about things. Everybody's got a cross to bear. You don't know what that person's going through. Be tolerant and compassionate. Patient.
On the heels of the
a good song is always going to shine through. So if you're good at crafting songs, eventually it'll find its way to your audience somehow. So definitely educating yourself as much as you can as far as anything and everything that has to do with music business these days. So educate yourself as much as possible. Try and learn the ins and out of it. It might be the boring part. It's not the glamorous part. It's not the fun part half the time. But it is. It's a necessary part, especially these days with everybody so much DIY. There's, it's the only way that you can do it.
I think Willie Nelson said something along the lines of the best song takes 5 minutes to come out, but not everybody's Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
No, that's for damn sure. The other thing too is I think it's very, very important to. This is really hard to do when you're a young person. Is to try to set your ego aside in the songwriting process and collaborate with people. You know what I mean? Collaboration is the key, because people have different vantage points and different experiences and bring different influences to the table. So take constructive criticism very constructively. That's why it's called constructive criticism.
We've always had the philosophy that the song is the star, so that's kind of always been our go-to mantra from day one. Was it's not about any one of us individually. Let's focus on the song. Let's make it the best version of itself that it can be. And if we have to chop stuff up, no feelings hurt. It's like, sorry, man, that melody's not working. That's awful. But we try and present ideas so that it's in a positive way, to where it's like, okay, that's not working. What if you try it like this, or something of that nature, to where we try to respect each other and not be to where it's like putting somebody else down or anything.
Show some love.
came up with the name White Label Analog. I hated it. First time I heard it, I was like, poo poo. I did not like the name at all. Everybody else was down for it. I was like, man, it's White Label long name. But it grew on me, and over time, I ended up loving the name. So it just, that's how it is. That's the dynamics of being in a band, of being married to 3 other people. You know.
We got a video for this song too. It's a pretty new song. It's called Dancing. I could face another day as long as you are in it. Energy needs. Give it up to the ladies, elevating yes from maybe. I'm simply stating the truth. Accelerating, beating hard. The rush is seismographic. A little taste to heaven. A lucky number 7. It's time we make your move. Hilton waiting on the night for this rendezvous. Every note of every line blazing right on cue. It's the enemy till it's a symphony. There's only one thing to do. This energy, feeling the chemistry, living the moment and up the intensity. Hey, that's gonna glow, it's out of control. Challenge you send me to get us connected. Out of the future and now you're rejected. Hey, on top of our game, now we're drinking champagne.
Any parting words for the people, man?
Please go see live music in Austin. We have something very unique and special here.
Support local live music. Spend $10 every now and then. Go support some local live music. Support the venues. Support people like yourself. People that are trying to help support the scene.
Get up and go see a band. Support a club. Find your vibe.
Carpe diem, man.
Yeah.
Carpe diem.
It is today, you guys. So, White Label Analog on CapZeyeZ. Y'all check them out, and thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the summer.